You know that daunting feeling of diving into a new code base, feeling stupid, clueless, and trying to figure out everything yourself? You know you should ask questions, but you also don't want to give the wrong impressions. In this video, I will share some tips that have helped me learn large code bases. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more content like this. But before we move to the first tip, here's something very helpful I'd like to share with you. Try to keep a journal of questions that you have while exploring the code base. This is the benefit of a beginner's mind. You're going to have a lot of questions, so try to use them to direct your learning process. Try to ask specific questions like, how does the authentication service share data with the Chrome extension? Or how does permissions and authorizations work? And even if you can't answer these questions, you can always ask someone on the team. The more specific these questions, the more deeply you try to understand the concepts. So enough of the talk, and let's dive right into the tips. The first tip is to explore the application. Imagine trying to understand something you haven't yet experienced. It's like trying to solve a math problem without the question. Begin by immersing yourself in the application. Use it, play with it, try to understand the functionalities and features, and try to build a map around the interesting parts. This helps generate curiosity and form assumptions of how things might work actually. Now the second tip is to take on very small tasks. Resist the urge to try to impress everyone by immediately attempting deep work. Most developers understand how confusing jumping into a new code base can be, and they don't expect you to provide value from day one. You'd want to start with small tasks, maybe fix some minor bugs. This can help you set up your environment, get a feel of the coding style, which is very essential for consistent development, understand the workflow and the build processes. The aim of this is not to get things done, but you want to start gathering a reference of things that you should study deeply. Take for instance, when I joined my previous company, my first task was to fix a bug in the calendar. I spent almost a month on that bug because I kept finding more and more things I needed to understand. These bugs can act as breadcrumbs to concepts and patterns that you should actually understand. Now the third tip is to divide and conquer. Large applications can be overwhelming, and it could be a bit difficult to see the bigger picture. One solution is to divide and conquer. Try breaking the app down into different domains and components. Work your way backwards from the user interface to the underlying code. Creating a project map can help you visualize the application's architecture and flow. After studying the subparts, they can make more sense when you bring them together. For example, you can isolate the authentication service, then move to the upload or the permission service. The fourth tip is to review lots of PROs. This is the fastest way to get on the same level with everyone on the team. PROs allow you to see what others are working on, understand coding practices, and learn about ongoing changes in the code base. It's a gold mine of information, and a lot of people don't do it. Think of it as a learning experience. Ask questions, drop comments and observations. If you do this long enough, you get to the right mindset and be productive with your own PROs. Plus, this can help you build relationships with other engineers, which you can leverage to ask more questions and get help faster. Now the fifth tip is pair programming. Two heads are often better than one. Pair programming isn't just about coding together, it's about knowledge transfer. Working side by side with a colleague can help speed up your understanding of complex parts of the application. I know a lot of people don't like to pair program, but it's the quickest way to get feedback in real time. It can be nerve-wracking writing code in front of someone more experienced, but try to not sweat it. Tip number 6 is reading technical documentation. If a company has a great documentation culture, there's a huge chance what you're looking for is already in the docs. Whether it's architecture diagrams, API docs, design decisions, or RFCs, these documents can help offer a clear picture of how and why things were built the way they were. Also try to take advantage of the beginner's mind by improving the documentations where necessary. The seventh and the last tip is to pick an area of expertise. After you have a decent understanding of the moving parts, you ideally want to specialize. Remember, most developers only truly master a fraction of the entire code base. Find your niche and become the go-to person for it. Specialization is very useful to you and your company. When you understand a part of the code base deeply, you can quickly fix bugs, implement features, and estimate projects, helping your company save time and resources. Now there you have it. Don't forget, every code base is a journey. With the right approach and mindset, you can navigate it with confidence and proficiency. See you in my next video, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't. Happy coding.